Hey, what is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here, and welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and today I am recapping the Friday Night Smackdown that took place May 3rd, 2024, which is actually right now. Smackdown just ended a couple minutes ago, so I just want to get this broadcast for you guys. Plus, this show was taped. So it was a pre-recorded taped show, and we are here. It took place in France, where France Backlash will take place, which is, by the way, tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to check that out tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific time as well if you're in the Pacific area. So but it just ended. This SmackDown just ended a couple minutes ago. Just want to do this real quick for you guys. If you can tell, my good friend Canadian Yorker won't be able to make it tonight, so he's busy. So I'm just gonna do this broadcast real quick for you guys. And if you haven't done so, like, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, welcome, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below what your favorite WWE wrestler is. So let's get to it. So to start off the show, we have the 6-woman tag team match. We got Bayley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton. As you can see, I just got this shirt of her. I love Tiffany Stratton. So she's awesome. I love her prettiest moonsault. Kind of shame I didn't see it. So, but anyways, talking about this match, it was a great match. Obviously, I was kind of shocked that I saw this match being announced because obviously the disagreement that Bayley and Bianca have in the history between those two women, and now they're tag teaming. Obviously, Bianca doesn't want to forgive Bayley, and Bayley's just a scared puppy that doesn't want anything to do with Bianca. So we have to see what happens. But in this match, there was miscommunication between Bayley and Bianca, which honestly it happened because the history between those two and the history that Bianca had with Damage Control, obviously. But it went back and forth, and then instead of tagging Bayley, Bianca goes in. Instead of tagging Bianca, Bayley goes for Jade, and Jade Cargill is a strong woman. They made a comeback. Basically, it was back and forth, obviously, and at the end, Bianca Belair hit the KOD on Dakota Kai to get the win. Bayley, Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill defeats Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton. I wish Tiffany got more wins, obviously. She's in that championship picture that's going to happen tomorrow with Bayley and Naomi. But obviously, if you guys haven't seen that video that I did with Canadian Yorker, our France Backlash recap video, all of our predictions are in that video, so be sure to check that out. But in this match, Bayley, Naomi, Bianca, Belair, and Jade Cargill defeats Damage Control and Tiffany Stratton by pitfalls. So basically that's just that. So basically, obviously, you've seen this frustration between Bianca and Belair in the backstage segment. She says that she's hopefully done with Damage Control because the thing is, Damage Control got traded to Raw, where Bianca's staying on SmackDown. So hopefully, Jade Cargill and Bayley get the job done. So we have to see basically what happens. The next match, we got New Catch Republic versus the Final Testament. This is a feud that might be starting actually. I think the feud started when New Catch Republic cost the Final Testament the NXT Tag Team titles. So Karrion Kross had a bone to pick with Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, obviously. And this match was pretty great. It went back and forth, obviously. The Final Testament, those huge guys, AOP, they're huge guys, and looking at Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, they're kind of small, but they put up a fight. They actually put up a fight against AOP. But at the end, it was all AOP. They get the huge win over New Catch Republic. The Final Testament defeats the New Catch Republic by pinfall. But I think this is I think this is the final feud between these two teams because wow. The New Catch Republic and the Final Testament are getting traded to Raw, so hopefully I think their feud is going to continue moving towards Monday. So the draft ended, so basically the roster is set and done right after Backlash. So superstars will go on to their brands, their own brands, so basically we're going to see the Final Testament and New Catch Republic on Raw. So the Final Testament defeats the New Catch Republic by pinfall. Moving on, we got Paul Heyman and Nick Aldis having a conversation. It was actually revealed that Roman Reigns didn't pull out of the draft himself. It was Paul Heyman who authorized it to do it himself, which kind of shocking. It shocked Nick Aldis. Paul Heyman, obviously he revealed that he hasn't talked to Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. So it wasn't Roman Reigns himself that pulled out of the draft. It was actually Paul Heyman authorizing it and doing it himself. So Paul Heyman tried to pull out Randy Orton and Kevin Owens out of the match. So against Solo Sikoa and Samana Tanga, whatever its name is. But moving on, we got the RKO Show, which is obviously the next segment. We obviously see Paul Heyman trying to explain to them that he has tremendous respect for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and he tried to say for his sake back out of the tag team match. And then obviously Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, all they want to do is kick Paul Heyman's ass. Like, why? Give the Hall of Famer a break, obviously. But it's just Orton and Owens and no, and basically Solo Sikoa Tonga came out of nowhere. So and attacked both of them, which kind of created a brawl. So it went back and forth, and it just went they just sent the bloodline packing. So that's basically it. Moving on, we got LA. So it's great to see Kevin Owens and obviously Randy Orton, knowing that those two face against each other in the triple threat match with Logan Paul, obviously. But moving on, we got LA Knight versus Angel, one half of the Gano del Fastima. Obviously LA Knight and Angel, along with Santos Escobar, Lopez. And it went back and forth. Obviously Santos Group always runs interference. It's a habit with heel factions. And at the end, it was LA Knight who got the win with the BFT, and he has announced himself into the King of the Ring tournament. So LA Knight has entered, and then that kind of ran Santos Escobar to run his mouth against LA Knight, stop talking and shit like that. So LA Knight with a win over Angel to get the win. So what a good way to end this match with LA Knight and Angel. It's literally LA Knight and Angel, and then LA Knight, obviously he's moving on from AJ Styles, obviously, with the King of the Ring tournament and the Queen of the Ring tournament, obviously. And we get to see Carlito's action. We get to see Carlito, why he attacked Dragon Lee. He said that he's been away from WWE for a long time, and all he wanted was a match with his family at WrestleMania. When the time came, he said that Rey Mysterio chose Dragon Lee, so it took his matter in his own hand with So obviously, Dragon Lee attacked Carlito. We have to see if Carlito is going to feud with Rey Mysterio. Obviously, probably with Dragon Lee. So we get to see Carlito. I don't think Carlito have anything against Rey Mysterio. I just feel like he did it because of Dragon Lee. I feel like this is going to start off a feud with Dragon Lee. And obviously, we have to see if Carlito's going to go with a solo run. Obviously, I said this before. I actually thought that Carlito might join Santos' team, but knowing that LW is on Raw and Santos' team's on SmackDown, I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe Carlito will find a way to join Judgment Day or wherever, but we have to see what happens, obviously. But moving on to the next match, we got A-Town Down Under versus the Street Profits, and it's for the WWE Tag Team titles. So Austin Theory's and Grayson Waller's, first title defense. It was awesome, obviously. The Street Profits went flying. They had a good start to this match, obviously. And, obviously we have to see. But I was like, there's no way that they're going to have Austin Theory and Grayson Waller drop the title that quick. It went back and forth, but they end up breaking the rules and scoring a pin without the referee paying attention. So A-Town Down Under ends up getting the win over the Street Profits by pinfall. So it was a good match, but A-Town Down finds a way to win and retain the WWE Tag Team titles. So moving on. Last segment of the night, Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, obviously. AJ Styles basically said that, Cody Rhodes had all the legends and Hall of Fames to win the title. And, they went back and forth until AJ Styles slapped Cody Rhodes at the end. Don't want to talk too much about it. It's the first time they face each other. Well, but I mentioned this before that AJ Styles faced Cody Rhodes' father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, before. And Cody Rhodes said that he's upset that AJ Styles is trying to downplay his accomplishment. He claimed that he won't be looking at AJ Styles as a phenomenal one, but the first, and it's going to be too sweet. And ends up, AJ Lee, sorry about that. AJ Styles ends up slapping Cody Rhodes, ending the segment, which the show didn't end there. It cut it back to the show where the bloodline is rolling with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. So that would do it for the show. It was a great show. Obviously, it was pre-recorded. Obviously, the time difference between here and France. The show actually took place this morning because of the time difference, but this was pre-recorded. But I give this show a B-. It was okay. Not a lot, but anyways, B- for me, and that would do it, guys. That would do it for my Friday Night Smackdown broadcast. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't done so, like, subscribe. Be sure to check out my friend Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel, which will be in the description of this video. The link will be in the description of this video, as well as me and Canadian Yorker's wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. You can also find that in the description of this video as well. So take it easy, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your Friday night. And once again, be sure to tune in for France Backlash, which happens tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So it's gonna be great. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steel, and I'll see you guys in the next broadcast.